hell is a furry? Well, I'm gonna tell you. This is also for parents of children that are furries, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and it seems kinda scary, but that's why I'm here. The technical definition of a furry is someone that just likes anthropomorphic animals, but you're probably more familiar with furries that were fursuit. Furries like this have actually been around since the 80s. We've only just recently started talking about it in the early 2000s and 2010s. But because the media boosted it so much, people actually make full-time livings off of this. There's also worldwide conventions for people that just wear that. From what I've heard and seen over the years, it seems like most adults get into it because of the art style or just because they like being a cute, fluffy animal. Yes, there are some adults that get into it for other reasons, but that is so rare that it's ridiculous. Yes, if you search it, you'll find it, but if you don't search it, you're probably not going to find it. This is probably going to be similar with your children. They're not going to see it. A lot of furries do not like that side of the fandom. In fact, they try to keep it away from not only us, but especially the children. I've been to conventions, and the craziest thing that happens is you get a hug. In order for you or your child to see something like that, you would have to actively search it out, and I'm assuming you're not going to be doing that. Another misconception is that furries believe they're animals. We do not believe we are animals. The definition for people that believe they are animals is Therians. We are not Therians. We dress up like this because we like the characters we made. That's it. Cut and dry. If your child believes they're an animal and they want to be a furry, those are two totally separate things. The furry fandom is a very safe and welcoming place, especially for children because we know how sensitive they are to the media. We want to keep children safe and in a secured environment because we never want anything bad to happen to children. One of the more infamous misconceptions that we've had is that we are animal... That's not true. The definition for that is... and we are not that. Furries are very against that. Very against that. In fact, the last time we saw someone like that, not only did we remove them from the internet, we got them put in jail for 20 years. Trust me, we are not okay with that. Like I said, we want to keep our and your children safe. Furries were not the start of anthropomorphism either. Look at Anubis. We have been here for a very long time. The media is just getting attention, and a lot of people are getting misinformed. It is not your fault, especially with the media. I'm sure it can get very confusing very quickly. If you or your child wants to make a fursuit for yourself, check out my pinned video right next to this, because I do that for a living. There are bad sides to every fandom that has a lot of people. Please don't let those few judge the rest of us. If you or your child is considering being a furry, please watch the comments or anything you post online, because a lot of people are still very mean because they are also misinformed. I get very rude comments daily, but I'm an adult. If your child is getting into it, please monitor them. There's actually a lot of people under the umbrella term of furry. There are protogens, there are scalies. So if your child comes to you and says, "Hey, I want to be a furry," and shows you a robot, that technically counts. If you think this is childish, me too. It's very childish, but it's not harming anyone. So if your child wants to be a furry, I would encourage it. In my opinion, creativity should be encouraged in children, especially these days. If I missed anything or you want me to answer another question, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.